Hi, my name is Charlotte Nienhaus, and I'm an architect here at ISG. ISG is an architecture and engineering firm here in Mankato. We design a lot of different buildings, including schools, like the one you're sitting in, Prairie Winds. If that interests you and you want to be an architect or an engineer, some classes that you should focus on right now are math, science, even art is really helpful. After that, you'd probably have to go on and get a bachelor's or a master's degree, and then there's some tests you have to take and get a professional licensure. Today we are here to talk about slope, in particular roof slopes, and why they matter and are important in the engineering and architecture industry. Behind me are some common slopes that you might see on roofs all around your neighborhood or even in buildings you've been in. So you may know when we talk about slopes, we look at it as rise over run. In the industry, we like to make everything out of a base of 12 because there's 12 inches to a foot. So this slope would be 10 inches of rise over 12 inches of run. A lot of older homes, maybe 100 years old, actually have a lot of these steeper pitches in their roof because back then the technology wasn't there to hold as much weight in the roof. So they had to have a steeper roof to make sure that snow came off the roof. In addition to the pitch of the roof, it also really matters what's on the roof. These are shingles. You've probably seen them. This is what most homes have on their roof. However, shingles are rough. And in Minnesota, our biggest concern is how do we get rid of snow? Snow weighs a lot, actually about 35 pounds a square foot, which can really add up. So we have to make sure that the pitch of the roof and the material of the roof allows that snow to slide right off. Now, because of better engineering and more technology, we've actually able to make roofs that can hold a lot more snow, allowing us to use pitches on roof of a 412 pitch or a 312 pitch, which is much less steep than the roofs that we used to build 100 some years ago. If we were to use a metal roof, as you can see, the snow slides off much easier, which allows us then to go even less of a pitch, like a 112 pitch. If the building needs to be really large, like a gymnasium, we would actually use what we call a flat roof. But secret is, flat roofs aren't flat either. We actually would be sloping that roof, usually with a 1/4 inch slope, which is this little line here, to make sure that water on the roof gets to roof drains. So why does this all matter? A lot of times we know what slope we want to use before we know the other parts. So we have to use math to work backwards to understand the roof height and the roof span. If we don't have a good understanding of that, there could be a failure and a lot more roofs collapsing. So next time you're out and about, see if you can spot any of these different roof slopes and look at the material on the roof and see if you can understand why they might be different. And if this really interests you, a career in architecture or engineering might be for you.